Hi guys, it's Jen. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We're going to be hanging out in a few different places. We're starting here in Mount Dora, Florida. My husband and I recently took a trip here because we were celebrating our 28th wedding anniversary, and it was a fun way to just kind of get away for a night and just enjoy a casual hangout together. We never get to do that. They were actually setting up for a flower show, so it was kind of fun to see all of the different plants. After that, we headed to my favorite antique store. I love this shop. I know so many of you guys are really into antiquing and secondhand shopping. I know you guys love vintage items. So I thought it would be fun to take you inside and just show you some of the things that caught my eye. There were so many things, so many different booths. We probably spent about 2 hours in this shop just kind of taking a walk around and seeing all of the different things they had. Like this one here has all these specialty books, and then this Christmas one was awesome, you guys. I really enjoyed all of the fun Christmas handmade items and old vintage collected items here. So many pretty ideas for home decor. I'm taking notes as I'm watching this because I really like the way they had that glass sort of dome set up with the house and all of the little houses inside. I thought that was really pretty. At the back of the store, there was a collector of these absolutely gorgeous antique glass lamps. I could not take my eyes off of them. My husband had to drag me away because I kept saying, oh, let me just video this one more, just this one more. There were so many pretty ones. So here's where things got just a little bit dicey for me. I'm not sure if I was quite ready to see my childhood in an antique store. They had Transformers and Care Bears, and I think that's Gonzo in the back, and of course Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I just really wasn't ready for that, so you'll have to leave me a comment below and let me know if you have seen any of your childhood items in any of the antique shopping that you've done and how you felt about it, because honestly, I was not ready for that. This shop had so many great holiday items. Take a look at this sled here on the wall. I actually have one from this shop that I used on my front porch decorating. I'll link that video below if you're interested in taking a look at that. But this shop had everything from toys to this Uncle Sam bank. This was cast iron. It was really, really heavy. Toy cars, this rocking horse, all these really great vintage and antique items that I really enjoyed seeing. Now, the next day we set out early and we were on our way to Orlando, and we wanted to take a stop at a winery that is local to us, about an hour away. It's called Lake Ridge Winery, and it was a really fun day. I don't know if you guys are into drinking wine, but if you are, this is a really kind of relaxing way to spend an afternoon. We were able to go inside this beautiful property. It looked like a 1900s Spanish style building. And then, of course, all of the beautiful grounds and the vineyards. Once inside, we did a little bit of shopping, which was kind of fun, pick up some unique items and things that we haven't seen in our local Publix. And then we went on a little tour of where they actually make the magic happen. And so I thought that was kind of fun to see. Now, they didn't have anybody working in that section on that day, but it was kind of neat to see behind the scenes. After the tour, we did a little wine tasting, and we got to sample about 10 different wines of theirs. This one that you see him pouring was their hot mulled wine. It was so good. We actually picked up a spice packet as well as the red wine to make this at home. That way when we have a cold snap, we can sit by the fire and have a little bit of hot mulled wine to warm us up. It was so delicious. Now, after our trip to the winery, we headed off to our next stop, which was actually Medieval Times, which is a place that my husband and I have always wanted to go to. They basically kind of recreate an old medieval style jousting tournament. It's really fun and kind of silly, and it was just something we both always wanted to do. But we were a little early for our appointment, so we decided on the way to stop at this really beautiful park in Orlando. It was relaxing and beautiful. The weather was perfect. It was not humid and it was not hot or cold. It was just one of those perfect moments where we were just really excited to have some downtime before heading to Medieval Times. Now, after our trip, we did have a few days where we didn't have to go back to work just yet, so it was home time, which is some of my favorite times. I made myself a really delicious afternoon coffee and decided to do some baking. This is a recipe that my husband's mom taught me years ago. It's actually a pie crust recipe, but I like to use it for a cookie recipe that she showed me how to make. She calls them cinnamon rolls. I know some people call them pinwheels. They're really easy. They're really fun to make. And the nice part about it is making it is also making pie crust. And so it's kind of a fun way to have a double whammy. You can make your pie crust and then use the second part of the batch for some cinnamon roll-ups. These turned out so good. Now, if you wanted to have a little bit more of a brown coloring on the outside, you could do an egg wash on them before you bake them. I don't typically do that. They taste delicious no matter how they look. I know they look a little undercooked, but they're definitely not. They're perfect and doughy and delicious on the inside. Now, it was really fun hanging out at home, and the next day we headed to a Christmas market where I was so excited to meet a super sweet lady named Gilda.
Hi, I am retired and got bored, and this is my new venture. I hope you all enjoy it.
So Gilda had all of these great items on her booth, and these little snowmen were absolutely adorable. I think they were the star of the show that night. I think she sold a ton of them. And those were not the only thing in her shop. She had all these unique little handmade items. I did ask her if she was willing to ship, and she said she would. So I'll go ahead and include her email below if you're interested in ordering from her. She's a really nice lady, and she has so many wonderful little items that I thought you guys might be interested in taking a look at. Now, of course, it's time for gift wrapping. It's that time of year, guys. So I'm hanging out with some of my favorite YouTube channels, Robin Lane Lowe, also Home and Garden with Anna, and then also Rachel over at Heart Towards Home. It's always fun to sit and watch my favorite channels while I take care of all of the things that need to get done. I know that gifting is on our minds this season, and if you're looking for a great gift for yourself or for someone special in your life, my go-to is Velabox. I love the monthly candle subscription because they feature candle makers from all across the US, and I love to support US businesses. Not only that, but they also have their own in-house brand called Vela & Co., and you can check out their links in the description box below. So I'm gonna head into Walmart, you guys. We're going to a place tonight that has like fake snow. Obviously I'm in short sleeve shirt, so it's not snowing here, it's not cold here, although it has been chilly. But this place has fake snow and snow tubing, ice skating, a snow play area. So my kids and my husband and I are gonna head out and do that. But because I live in Florida, I don't have snow clothes. So I'm gonna go see what I can find at Walmart. I'm looking for maybe like rain slick pants or something that I can put over my jeans to stay dry. So hopefully I can find something. The temperature today is about, I don't know, maybe 70, 72, and it's supposed to go down into the mid 50s tonight. So it'll be a little bit cold, but that's not my main concern. My main concern is making sure that my clothes stay dry because I fully intend to get in the snow, have a snowball fight, and have some fun. So definitely need something that is waterproof. Guys, it's a Sunday afternoon. Walmart is crowded. Holy moly. Let's see. Oh, I like those Reebok hoodies. Those are cute. But I need something that's waterproof. Let's see. I don't even know if I'm in the right spot because I very rarely buy cold weather clothes. So I might be getting a little bit sidetracked. I hardly ever shop for clothes in Walmart, but not because I don't like Walmart clothes. I just never think about it when I'm in here. How cute is that though? That is really adorable. I love that neutral color. I don't know, let's see. It's only $20, that's not bad. Now, this was probably the most fun I've had in a really long time. This place is called Snowcat Ridge, and it has been open for a few years, and I've never gone, and I've always wanted to. So taking the trip with my kids, they had such a blast. I had such a blast. My husband and I just really enjoyed hanging out with them and having a chance to see what it's like to have a cold climate, fun-filled day. That never happens around here. They had these awesome snow tubing. It's like a 400-foot snow tube slide, and it was so much fun. Now, we decided to do a few rounds. The first one that we did, we got to the top and we decided that we wanted to do the family tubing, and this one seats up to 10. There was 6 of us, so it was such a fun ride. I wasn't supposed to be videoing, but I did because I just loved the look on their faces, and it made me so happy. Now, after we headed home, we did have some yard work to tackle. So the next day, we decided that it was time to take care of some damage that we had to some trees from Hurricane Milton. Some of you guys might remember back a few months ago when Hurricane Milton passed through our area, we did have a little bit of damage, nothing major, thankfully, but we did have this limb that was just kind of hanging from the tree here. You can see it's still connected at the top. So it was definitely time to take care of that. And it's always fun to just kind of take care of those little projects around the house that are just hanging over your head like that. And so our neighbor came over with his truck and he decided to help us sort of dislodge it from the tree. And we were so glad that it actually came out easily with no damage and no trouble. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today, guys. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.